Hi, hello there, lovely ones. So we're going through questions from past papers, more specifically grade 10, paper 1, end of year papers. And we've got quite an interesting question here. And what makes it interesting is not the fact that it's particularly difficult, but because nobody's told us that this is actually a fraction, which it is. So that in itself makes it feel unfamiliar. So let's talk about fractions then. In fractions, we can do something that we affectionately call cancelling. That's when, if there are any variables or things like that that are the same in the denominator and the numerator, we can cancel them off. And over here, we've got 20 and we've got 5, and so we can cancel those off. 5 goes into 5 times, and we've got 4 left over there. And then, of course, because they're both over 1, we now have x squared times y to the negative 2 times by 4, and it's going to be x to the power of negative 3 and y to the power of 1. Just to make this more obvious, I'm going to gather all of our bases that are the same. 4 goes in front just because that's what it does. The coefficients always go in front. And then we've got y, and the first one was minus 2, and then of course we're adding 1. We're adding them because they're all in the numerator. So now we've got 4x to the power of negative 1. How did I get that? Well, 2 minus 3 gives me minus 1. And then I've got y to the power of negative 1. So if the question asks us to have it as positive exponents, which usually it does, that means everything that has a negative exponent is going to go to the denominator where it becomes positive. One of the common mistakes people make is they want to take that 4 to the denominator as well. What we forget is 4 has its own exponent going on of 1. We just don't write it there because we're mathematicians and we're lazy. So even over here where it says x to the power of 1 and y to the power of 1, to be honest, probably wouldn't have written it if I wasn't doing this video now. I would have just left it like that. Well, that's enough from me for now. Much love.